This is the Steve Malzberg Show.
I was instructed not to allow the RSO, the acting deputy chief of mission, and myself to be personally interviewed by Congressman Chaffetz.
So the people at State told you don't talk to the guy who's coming to investigate?
Yes, sir.
Said don't talk with the congressman? Now you've had several congressional delegations come to various places you've been around the world. Has that ever happened where lawyers get on the phone to you prior to a congressional delegation coming to investigate a time when we've had 4 Americans lose their lives? Have you ever had anyone tell you, don't talk with the people from Congress coming to find out what took place?
Never.
All right, folks, that was Congressman Jim Jordan and, of course, Greg Hicks testifying before the House Oversight Committee on the Benghazi situation, and the attorney representing Mr. Hicks, who did such a wonderful job, along with the 2 others, Victoria Toensing, is back with us. Hello, Victoria. How are you?
Good day.
Good
to be with you again.
Yeah, thank you very much. So, you know, here we are 2 days now removed. We'll get to the news of the day with the new revelations of the State Department basically just scrubbing those talking points as they originally existed and making them into their own. But talk about the testimony and what I see as really significant, you want to call them bombshells, to come out of Wednesday's hearings, not the least of which was the fact that your client said that he was told by the State Department not to cooperate with Congressman Chaffetz, who was coming to talk to him and others about what happened in Libya.
He was not supposed to get alone with him at all. Absolutely not to have any kind of interview alone with him, which is unprecedented. That just never happens. It's always when a CODEL comes in, the CODEL meets with the ambassador one-on-one. And then he also committed an unforgivable sin as he took Congressman Chaffetz on a security tour of Tripoli embassy so that he could see what the problems were and what the issues were. Then the minder that was supposed to always be present was kept out of a classified briefing because the minder didn't have the necessary clearances. So, but Greg Hicks didn't keep him out. It was the chief of the annex who kept him out. Anyway, that's when Cheryl Mills called Mr. Hicks and chewed him out royally. How dare you? You know, you didn't keep things under cap. You gave a security tour. Weren't supposed to do any of that.
Yeah.
And so
and she demanded to know everything that happened in the meeting that the State Department official was not allowed into.
Yes. And then he came back into the meeting and requested, after being chewed out like that, could they just bring in the minder? So then everybody broke up the meeting. That's what happened there. But then, within a couple of weeks, guess what happened? He's back in Washington, D.C. for the memorial service for the ambassador. And Beth Jones, Assistant Secretary Beth Jones, his immediate superior, and the person whom he first complained about Ambassador Rice's talking points, called him in her office and chews him out, saying, the ambassador doesn't want you there. That was the acting ambassador. And I don't know why any of the employees would want you back there. So he got the hint. I mean, he didn't need this.
Right. So he got demoted, correct?
He did get demoted, and you know what? That nasty State Department, who has no integrity, shame on John Kerry for not taking charge of this, puts out, well, he still has the same pay. And they lied this morning in the Washington Post, telling somebody who just took what they said, that he sought the desk job that he describes as a demotion. No, he did not. Here's what happened, and people need to know this. He was offered a choice: no job, or this job that doesn't mean anything. It's a desk job. It's like going from like a co-anchor to the copy desk.
So he was given 2 choices. You're saying either take a hike, you're fired, or take this desk job.
Right. I say it's like telling a starving man, hey, you get this choice. You can either have no food or you get this rotten steak. What would you like? Would you like a rotten piece of beef or no food at all?
So my description is correct. And I'm hearing you right. He was either offered, either you get to lose your job and have no job and you're unemployed from here, or you take this lesser position at the same pay. That's what he was told.
Yeah, and they had the audacity to tell Melinda Henningsberger, and she put it right in the post, well, administration officials say he lost the desk job he describes as a demotion. They are, it's just little old me out here, and they've got all taxpayers' money, the whole press office and the whole general counsel's office trying to do him in. It's outrageous.
Well, Lisa Myers today was on Morning Joe, and she said that she interpreted and that the White House must be concerned and scared, and that people are getting nervous because they're now saying that he did not get demoted. And this is the tactic we've seen over the years. The messenger, you got to destroy the messenger, and this is what they're trying to do to Greg Hicks.
They say it's old news. That's number one, and then they go out and try to destroy the messenger. I had some silly blogger call me, that he was going to write a hit piece on him, and I just, you can't deal with it all. They're getting all their little minions out there to do bad things, and I just hope the press gets sophisticated enough that they stop it.
All right, we're talking to Victoria Toensing, the attorney for Greg Hicks. Now you have another client who I remember. Go ahead.
No. My husband has a client.
Okay, Joe DeGenova. Okay, and there's a fourth quote-unquote whistleblower who wants to do the same thing, wants to testify. But does this relate to what you told me last time? You couldn't get the proper security clearance to get this done?
Well, those are specific things. I don't know anything about a fourth whistleblower.
Okay.
That really the committee deals with that. But the State Department is just making so many false statements. Last week they said I was lying about getting my clearance.
Right.
Guess what? I still don't have the proper top secret clearance to do to get the information my client wants to give me. I have, and so does Joe, secret clearance, which is not at all. You just can't get the information you need. So they're playing games again. And think about what else they did. On Tuesday, do you know that same spokesman, Ventrell, would not even verify the credibility of those three witnesses? I mean, he should be ashamed.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. A quick reaction to what we have learned today. ABC News, I think, was the first to break it, talking about the fact that the report before Susan Rice read it was changed 12 times, and the State Department wanted all references and got all references to Al-Qaeda, terrorism, et cetera, all scrubbed because they didn't want Republicans to have any ammunition to make anybody look bad, basically, is what it comes down to.
Hey, what about that crack ARB? That board that went in, did that investigation, and made a report, and everything was supposed to be fine.
You mean the one that didn't talk to Hillary?
The one that didn't talk to Hillary, did not talk to Joe's client, even though he asked twice, and he was the person that was in charge of the counterterrorism team to go rescue. He asked twice, and they kept him out of all the meetings the night of the attack, wouldn't let him in. And then, the process? Are you aware of the process the ARB used? When they interviewed Greg Hicks, they did not have a stenographer. They had note takers in the meeting. And then they didn't even let Mr. Hicks look at those notes. They didn't even ever let him see them to approve them. They never let him see the unclassified report before it was issued, and they still have not let him read the classified report. Now,
Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised? Victoria, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Just one for quickly, where do we go from here? Where do you think this is headed? Will we hear from your client again under oath? What's going to happen?
Well, I think that there are more people out there, so we should hear from them. I've said time and time again, do the Republicans know how to spell subpoena?
Yep. Well, a nice one committee doing it all would be nice. Hey, thank you for your time, Victoria. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you. That's Victoria Toensing, ladies and gentlemen, representing Greg Hicks. Just amazing. Amazing. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Hey, could bring down the administration, John Bolton said, and the man may be correct on the Steve Malzberg Show.